Abaxx Technology, fascinating company, fintech company, focused on software solutions, really tailored to the commodity world and the commodity markets, but not only solutions for traders and other professionals there, but we're also in the process of setting up a new exchange in Singapore. And what I think is very exciting about what you do is not only the technology that you come with and the solutions that you come with and the approach that you take, but the fact that you are also really living up and integrating yourself into the socioeconomic changes that we are seeing today. We're very excited to have you listed with us. You're an innovator, you're ESG focused, you're a disruptor, you've got a great team. You're really poised for success.
Probably 3-4 years ago, myself and Tom McMahon and Andy Fedak, really felt compelled to start this company. Tom has been in commodity markets, for coming up on half a century, and really been involved in every market. But probably at no other time have we seen such societal changes, both in the way that the world thinks about raw materials and energy, but also technology and how do we best communicate and coordinate. Fundamentally, we believe in transparency. We, much like yourself, Joss, and what you're doing at the Neo Exchange, we believe in capital markets. We believe that markets are the way to solve some of these great challenges that are in front of us. And so, I just want to thank our entire team, just an incredible network of individuals, spanning a long career in markets and commodities. And this is only the end of the beginning. We really look forward to allowing the market to price our equity and build behind our vision.
Great video, guys. And when I was looking at this, I was trying to figure out when I looked at all the horns going off, who in there is what investment banker in the Canadian capital markets, and it's funny the applications that you can make when you do that. Let's start the applause. Market is open and celebrating the listing of Abaxx Technologies on our exchange. We come with a one-of-a-kind piece of art, and we would like to present that to you today. And we hope that you'll find a great spot in your offices, in whatever part of the world where you would like, of course, that piece of art to be. We commissioned it through our partnership with OCAD, the Ontario College of Art and Design University. And the person who created your piece of art is the one that you see over here, Elise Conlin, who is a freelance illustrator and muralist, and she's currently a student at OCAD University. Speaking as Elise, as an artist, I aim to bring a sense of energy and vibrance to my audience by using playful imagery. For the Abaxx commission, I used abstract forms and strong shapes, some interacting and some side by side, with bright edges and sharp colors on a simple background. The combination of these shapes are a nod to Abaxx as a trailblazing forward-thinking company. Entitled Rhapsody, the images are fun and cheerful, representing growth, opportunity, and great possibility.
This is I like the early reference to energy. Anyone that knows me and knows sort of the gathering principles of the way we look at markets, and of course the market that we're helping build is all about energy. But also again what I like about this is the forward-looking. I see optimism there. And again, that's what that's what the emergent properties of a good market can bring to the world. So very happy and our thanks to Elise for presenting this.
Now to talk a little bit more about the company.
The core business that we're starting with and we're launching with, the underlying business is one of the oldest businesses in capital markets, and that's finding and discovering a market for energy and commodities. You look at the business model of what that is. Again, it's fairly simple, right? As yourself as an exchange, it's a pay. You organize, you help organize the markets and create standard terms of trade to lower the marginal cost of pricing and discovery for market participants to transfer risk and transfer views of the future. So the business model is very simple as far as our revenue model, but obviously the difficult part is actually gathering the liquidity and creating a marketplace that the market wants to trade. So after a couple decades of consolidation in the commodity exchange industry, the question is, why can a startup exchange operating on a global level from early days have an impact and be able to come into a market like this. And I would say there's two key elements. Well, I'd say three key elements of why we believe we have a seat at the table and helping organize these markets. First, it comes down to the team. It comes down to our team that while Abaxx Technologies and Abaxx Exchange may be a new company, again, I'll put our team of market builders up against any other market builders in the world, and their knowledge of the capital markets, the knowledge of the commodity trade. And really we're focused on helping solve the problems, not necessarily just for financial markets, but for actual physical markets. Developing tools to be buyers and sellers of last resort. To be able to take away that counterparty risk as well as that price risk. As the world's trying to sort out a very, very challenging energy transition. So again, first and foremost is about the team and about the people that are gathered behind this purpose. Second is our approach, and our approach in a very rapidly changing world. And that approach really is about asking a very hard question, and an innovative solution is in a world that's focused more on the rightly so on the environmental and social and governance aspects of markets, and are in many ways you have in a socioeconomic sense worldwide, people are starting to actually question capitalism and markets. And so what we really look at is we know the world wants some change. We know when we're looking, not only at the environmental impact of energy extraction and metals and natural resource extraction. So the big question is, we as economists, we've all studied externalities in textbooks forever. But how does the market actually solve some of these externality risks, whether it's the environmental and the carbon pollution aspect, or again, how can we sort of decommoditize commodities where we're not always pricing a race to the bottom? but we can actually fundamentally improve our supply chains. So that's the second part of what we believe makes us different, is that we're absolutely focused on solving that challenge. Now, do we have all the solutions? Absolutely not. Again, that's, it's about organizing markets to bring the best solutions forward. And so we start with technology. We start with a very deep understanding of market structure. You can almost think about Abaxx as an R&D company in some ways of trying to solve very big problems. We believe that the market can help capitalize us to help solve those problems. And then the third, of course, is the technology. And the technology piece, we've called the commoditization of trust. If you look at markets, markets and information technology have always gone hand in hand, right? It's how do you disseminate the best price data, or where people are willing to buy and sell and trade. How do you disseminate that as fast, and the most participants are able to buy and sell? And so technology and markets have information technology and markets have always gone hand in hand. But where we think we are now in the evolution of software technology in particular, is we're coming into another transition. Just as the PC totally commoditized early aspects of globalization and trying to find just-in-time inventory through things like email and spreadsheet and online messaging. You're being able to bring Tom's old frozen orange juice trading pits, bringing those to the screen. So that was a first step. But where we're at now with new technologies in what we deem sort of trustworthy computing, truly decentralized computing, where there are no central authorities to be able to manipulate or change data on in ones and zeros in bits, but have a much more trustworthy network architecture. We believe that that's going to fundamentally change markets again. In the direct way, it's going to collapse right now. There's been a lot of innovation in the actual high frequency trading. The front end of screens of price discovery, right? So we can find and trade at lightning speed, but that trade doesn't necessarily settle, clear, move around collateral. All of that still is very much on a paper process. But we believe in the next 5 to 10 years, you will start seeing digital trust and digital processes be more robust than paper processes. And all of these themes have only been accelerated in this acceleration of digital transformation. I mean, we're literally on opening the market right now on a Zoom screen. But we do believe that technology, particularly two key components. Again, the dawn of trustworthy computing, having decentralized ledgers that will allow everybody to actually trust the data that they see in front of them even more. And then the other part is self-sovereign digital identity. We believe that that identity tools will also be a game changer when we think about the internet. So all of the disruption and all of the changes we've seen in sort of the dawn of networking computing with cloud and mobile, we think even another more important wave is coming with the dawn of trustworthy ledgers and self-sovereign identity, where your identity, digitally, is in your control, your ability to have kill switches on data, that sort of thing. So, we do believe this is more of a 5 to 10 year vision, and we've been building this technology because, again, we believe markets and technology go hand in hand. And we think that the best way to adopt technology like this is to first have it in very important marketplace and very important part of market infrastructure, to connect to the market. So instead of just going out and selling our software to existing exchanges, we believe that by starting, a very old business model, there's nothing necessarily, innovative about a commodity futures exchange, but be able to gather the market in a very important market like global energy, then we'll be able to start moving the needle on technology down the road as well. So that, again, this is a very big business thesis, and it takes incredibly talented people, to pull it off. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to have John Duchek and our entire software engineering team, really at the cutting edge of these technologies. And again, and on the market side, have people like Dan McElduff and Joe Rea and Tom McMahon, and so yeah, so we're the company is again, this is a very big vision, and having access to capital markets is a very important part of this. This isn't going to happen overnight. This is not going to happen on a shoestring budget. And so again, we believe in markets, and this is the best way to capitalize this vision.
It was a great event today to celebrating the launch of Abaxx Technology on the New York Exchange. Looking forward to the continuation of what I'm sure is going to be an incredible journey. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.